What up, my friends? So welcome to another video on my channel. A very special one, as you can already hear. It's in English, not in German. And it's about Age of Empires casting a player. It's a very special player. It's Eure. Eure is a former StarCraft 2 pro. And he's still doing amazing StarCraft 2 content on YouTube. I basically watch all his videos. So I really enjoy it. And yeah, out of a sudden, like 3 days ago, he posted a video about him playing Age of Empires 2. And it's like, what the fuck? This is so funny. Let's watch it. And I watched it in the morning and I saw him really struggling. So, of course, he's an RTS monster, but he has he's lacking a lot of knowledge in the game. So he was struggling, and he had also like some funny games like being tower rushed and stuff. So getting in situations which are kind of special and you as a beginner don't really know how to deal with it. But yeah, quite funny to see. And you will find the links in the description, of course. And he was asking a lot about questions about how he's supposed to play this game, how he's supposed to react. So while I was watching this, I couldn't wait until my working day ends. And I had like a 1 hour time slot between end of working day and starting to cast Noobs of the Nether 3. So I used it to cast his 3 recent ladder games. It was quite fun. And yeah, I'm gonna show it to you now. It's like I did this on Twitch, so I did a little cutting, but it's basically the full Twitch part, or the part of my Twitch stream. Please don't be too critical. I'm not used to cast in English, but I really wanted to do this to also show it to Eure, so maybe he can get some tips out of it and improve in the game, because it would be really interesting to see how far he can come. I'm so sure if he keeps playing, he will very soon become one of the best, maybe the best Dutch player in Age of Empires 2. That's possible, and it would be great to see. But don't get me wrong, Eure, please don't stop doing this great StarCraft 2 content. I love it. But it would be such a great addition. Yeah, so let's jump right into it. What's up, my friends? Welcome to another ladder match with someone very, very special. It's indeed Eure with his account Mark TS, and yeah, we are here on the map Mega Random, and let me introduce the players. Let me introduce the players in a good way here. We have in red with a Spanish, it is Chuck Schnorrer. And in blue, our hero from StarCraft 2, now trying Age of Empires 2 for the first time. With the Vietnamese, as it's Mark TS. So, Mark TS, Eure, alias Eure, yeah, trying his first ladder games. What I saw now, he played like 34 games, so it's really not a lot, like 50% win rate, which is actually good. Here currently on 1100 elo, and as a former StarCraft 2 player, he's of course very good in EPM and effective APM, I mean, and of course, yeah, in general on multitasking, I guess. So, but he's not really good in, yeah, knowing the details about how to play Age of Empires properly, about the right strategies and the right build orders for sure. So I'm pretty curious what we see from him now, but it looks like he's still, no, maybe not. Let's see. So what I saw last time from him on a YouTube video was like he's playing a really old school build order. With the Ethiopians. Now he's playing the Vietnamese, so maybe he checked which civs might be a little bit better currently. And he's only has 3 on wood currently. That's good, because he used to play with 4 on wood, and that's of course not enough. Oh, now we see the villagers trying to do the boar. Waited not long enough, was going too early back, and now it's dying. Yeah, classic. Classic new play. Love it. Love to see it. So first trying just to with one shot to lure the boar. You can do it with one shot, but you have to wait like half a second before the boar is really doing the first steps towards your villager, and then you can go back. So yeah, stressful situation, I guess, because he's probably he played mostly Arabia, so he's not used to other maps so much, and especially now here on Mega Random, it's a totally different story. As we see, we only have one boar, we have a couple of deer here, but no unit to push the deer. Let's see on the scouting. Chuck Schnorrer, I think it's Chuck Schnorres. Yeah, it's playing at the Spanish, of course, very dangerous Civ from the opponent. Yeah, we see here like this also with the trees. It did not really go well, so they are chopping a tree that's kind of far away from lumber camp. This can actually be a big deal in the long run. So what we see 4 on the berry, 3 on wood. Yeah, usually a good build order is to start, like, let's say on a standard map or on Arabia map. Here it's a little bit different because we have only one board, seems like. So classic is 6 on sheep below the town center, below the TC, and then 3 on wood. Definitely not more. You can even play with 2 on wood. And then you get the boar. He was trying to, but now he stops. He should try again, definitely, because that's so valuable. That's definitely the fastest food resource. Yeah, incredibly important. And speaking of the speed of food resource, so that's the fastest one. The sheep is still nice, and the slowest one is berries, and that's why nowadays you play only one villager on berries. So you always have one villager. Yeah, go back, let's say build order 6 on sheep, 3 on wood, then one villager is building a house and then the mill and goes to berries. And the rest of the villagers are all going below the TC and getting the boars in one after the other and getting the sheep. So that's then an easy build order to move up to feudal age, or to click the feudal age button when you reach 20 pop, which is 19 villagers and one scout. That's like the standard. Now we see Mark with some struggle here, didn't get the boar in, but still managed to click feudal age, and with only 70 villagers, looks like it's really strong, because the earlier you go up, the better. But it's because he has 1 minute idle TC time, and 1 minute idle TC time means missing 2 villagers. So basically, if we would have done everything properly, with the boar lure, yeah, I think still not then. Okay, basically because he didn't get 19 villagers, he also saved 100 food, and this is the reason why he could also click up. So yeah, whatever it is, we see later 2 matches on Arabia, I believe, and there we can have a closer look on to the build order. He is definitely playing archer build order, so we have 3 on gold. That's typical for one archer play. The barracks is kind of late. It should be finished when Mark is up to feudal age. So barracks, we have double bit X, we have 9 on wood, which is good, 4 on food, 3 on gold. And he's seeding the first farm because he does not have any other food resource. It's still valuable to take this board. This is so much food, 340 food. That's incredible. It's yeah, more than a farm, so that's always worth to take it. Yeah, what looks good, he's kind of using the buildings as a wall, but you should always use them here towards the opponent. You always use them kind of offensive. Yeah, and I think we have all been there. The opponent is Spanish and is playing a fast castle build order, secure the gold, and yeah. So there is a lot to learn for a beginner about the civilizations. It does not look like they are a lot different, especially not if you're coming from StarCraft 2, because StarCraft 2 you have 3 races and they are totally different. But when you get into the details, you know that, or you realize that there are massive differences that you just need to know. If you don't know, you will really struggle. So what Chuck Norris is trying to do, I have to say, because he's not managing quite well, he's trying to get fast into castle age. It means playing a fast castle build. while Mark is still stuck in feudal age and takes a long time. And then Spanish do have the best, like the most powerful castle age unit, and that's the Conquistador. And the Conquistador, as all unique units, comes out of the castle. So Jack Schnorres is rushing now for stone to get the 650 stone for dropping a castle. And then he will play the Conquistadors. So, yeah. Horseman with a gun. And that's terrifying. And really, really tough to defend. So, but we see Mark with some nice APN and got the first archers out. Did not get fletching yet. Fletching is really important. So, of course, you should never idle your TC. But as soon as you have the 100 food, definitely go for fletching. Even for 2 archers, it's really makes a huge difference. So we see Jack Schnorres is trying to get the tower up and is managing to get the tower up. No problem for him. But he does not have the stone. So if Mark knows what his opponent is up to, and you can see that he's in stone, and that's very early. He's not castle age, but already on stone. And whatever you do, you should definitely make sure that he has really a tough time to get the stone in. How do you do this? You just keep them staying here. You can put them on stand grounds to make it easy. Keep them here. Get fletching so they have 1 more attack and 1 more range. And then if they stay here, it is hard for Chuck Schnorres here to get the stone. Because as soon as he gets the stone in the castle and the first Conquistador, it's probably game over. So don't go away. Stay here and just keep pressuring wherever you can. Pushing gold, also a good idea. Yeah, but gold and stone is what the opponent needs here. So let's see. Jack Schnorres with a lot of farms, really, really good. Yeah, not really offensive. Using the house is not offensive as a wall. Could be better. And but we don't see trees here. That's kind of good, because you can chop the trees and then you can place the farm on the chopped trees, even though the trees still have like some wood on it. They will just disappear. Now the archers are running below the TC. Kind of sad, because that's the only thing he has to pressure. But what he's really doing is not getting more archers out. So maybe he's aware of that. Yeah, probably he's aware. I mean, Chuck Schnorres is already in castle age. So, of course, he has so many farms. That's so good. And he's going to rush for castle age as well. And that's really important. Interesting. Yeah, he's really blocking here the village a little bit. That's good. Yeah, Chuck Schnorres almost got the stone ready, and then it's getting really, really difficult for Mark as soon as there are some conquistadors. And yeah, he's not walled at all, so conquistadors can easily find some nice targets, some nice value. Let's see, we have almost 600 food. Too much gold. Could also build a market and then trade a little bit, buy some additional food to go up. And force dropping, it's usually the key A on the keyboard. And you just mark them, press A, and then everyone will drop off whatever they have in the hand. They can give you the chance to go up very fast. Yeah, still managed to go up now. So castle age, 2.5 minutes, taking some time. Chuck Schnorres does not play it very well, his strategy. It's probably one of the it's one of the deadliest strategies in Age of Empires. And we see the first 2 conquistadors are already in the making. They are dangerous without any upgrades, and the response is either monastery and monks to convert them, or yeah, ideally skirmisher. The archer range is already there. But I guess like Mark does not really know how to counter these units. So maybe it's even his first experience against conquistadors. It will be a deadly one. That's for sure. Yeah, not for sure deadly one, but he will struggle, that's for sure. So Chuck Schnorres going forward, 2 conquistadors, and We can also try to compare it a little later. I mean, we see here 16 damage. An archer has like 5 damage, I think. Yeah, and there is the GG. Yeah, Mark is calling the GG quite early. Good for him. Don't waste your time too long in such a game. Yeah. Be aware that this can come from Spanish, especially on open maps. Usually Spanish are often played like this, and especially on this elo. A higher elo is not always, but on these elo, it's many people being only able to use strategies like this. And then if you see that he's on stone, then you are in trouble, and you can only try to delay him getting to castle age by attack him on the stone, attack him on the gold, but definitely on the stone, and try to go from there. What would have also been possible, he was rushing the tower. What you need to know, except against Teutons, you can stay here below the tower. And by the way, we see here some red rings. This defines how far the castle, the tower is shooting, also TC potentially. And you also see there's a small ring, so inside this ring it's fine to stay here. So archers can just, 5-6 archers below the tower here can do massive damage here. That was not the case here. Mark did not have enough archers, but that's possible to dive under the tower, stay here, put them on stand grounds, and let them just do their work. That's a possibility. Against Teutons not possible. For Teutons this minimum range is not existing. Tough game for a beginner, definitely. So let's see, maybe his next game, this is like, I have the last 3 games from him. So let's check the game that he, I think, played right after it. Let's see. Mark, it's sort of different. Ooh. Yeah, next one is on Arabia. There we can more in Solop. There we can look a little bit. Change the color. And yeah, this is Arabia, so we can look a little bit more on the build orders as well. So let me introduce who's this one singular slice of bread. Okay. So welcome on another ranked match here on Arabia, this time in red. One singular slice of bread with the humans. And I'm a little bit afraid that we see a very weird special strategy again against our hero in blue with the Vietnamese, as it's Mark TS, alias U-Thermal from the former StarCraft 2 professional player. StarCraft 2 Pro. So let's see how his build order is looking like this time. So we have, of course, 6 on sheep. The next step should be 3 on wood. As said in the previous game, I also played 2 on wood. He did just scout this wood line. The lumber camp is not the yellow from the egg. It's maybe not the best. It's even connecting here with the gold. Yeah. So a good building placement is crucial for success in Age of Empires, but that's for the moment totally fine. So we have 2 villagers on wood, probably the next one. Ooh, okay. Yeah, you need to set the rally points. Just with right click on this wood, have the rally points set, and then you are saving so much time and APM. So we have 3 on wood. That's kind of classic. Next one. Ooh, he started only with 1 house, I just realized. Yeah, usually with the first 3 villagers you build 2 houses, then you go with them on sheep. You have 6 on sheep, 3 wood, and now next step is the boar. This villager should get the boar in right now. But still fine. This sheep is almost gone. Next sheep, and now the boar, and this works totally fine. We will focus here on Mark, because I really want to see how a former StarCraft 2 professional player is managing here Age of Empires. It's so interesting, so exciting. Yeah, he goes now on berries, but he's still missing a house. Yeah, he no, he's not missing a house. All good, all good. Yeah. probably going with 4 on berries again. I would recommend really just go with one villager on berries because the food source is so slow. And as soon as you have like 100, 120 food on the boar, next villager should get the next boar in. Scouting is really good. There's definitely something where you can see that he is really a former StarCraft 2 professional player. Yeah, next boar is coming in. Perfect. So the rest of the villager all go on food resources and ideally all below the TC. Let's have a quick look on the map. The gold is like sideways. That's kind of good. A wall here could wall off potential threats. Wall here, and even a wall here, or yeah, ideally wall here. So he could wall off this complete side. Would be really good. Even could wall here, so then the opponent can only really attack the berries. And if he goes to the valuable resources like gold, stone, and this lumber camp, he has to go to the town center. Okay, this looks all really good. We have idle TC time, 11 seconds. It's okay. Ideally, you don't need another house because you should be able to move up with 90 villagers, meaning 20 pop. You had already houses for 20 pop. So 90 villagers, then loom, and then you should have resources because these spores are giving so much food that it's easy enough. So even if he would drop off now, it would be probably 500 food. Let's see when the boar is done. It's not yet, but still is 60 food, and they have always like up to 35 food in their hands. So that's totally fine. Now drop off and he will have he already put it in. Okay, second lumber camp these days it's okay because he's playing archers, so you won't have 10 on wood, then it's better to have 2 lumber camps. And he started with 3 on wood, so he also have enough wood. With 2 on wood, you probably don't have the wood for a second lumber camp. So opponent is on Cumins. Cumins going up with 18 villagers. Interesting, 80 villagers. And specialty of Cumins are 2 things. One thing is that they can build the what is Waffenschmiede in English? I don't know the English word for the Waffenschmiede. He can start build siege rams in feudal age. That's sometimes used, not really often. More common is this. They are the only civilization who can build a second town center. Siege workshop. Thank you. I forgot. Thank you, von wegen. So humans are the only one who can build a second town center. And it's either the worst strategy in Age of Empires or it's the best strategy in Age of Empires. If you as an opponent cannot disturb him, you cannot disturb him building it, but if you let him do what he wants to do in feudal age, he will get such a big lead in economy due to the second town center that you will never be able to catch up and you will basically always lose. But if you can now disturb him getting the resources in, if he does not get it done, then it's the worst strategy because he invested a lot of resources. And let's say for example, if you can tower here, put a tower here, and tower has always more range than a TC. He cannot use his wood line anymore. If you have some archers around attacking the berries, the wood, then it's for the human player almost impossible to really get his boom, his eco boom done, because he's not playing any. He doesn't have the resources for any army. You see, he does not have any army. So if you punish him. Perfect. And this strategy from Mark, that's his classic Mark strategy currently, I think. It's the only one that he really knows. Double Archer will play. And Double Archer is a perfect answer for this one. Now, as I said, ideally tower here. Tower has a incredible range here, and this whole TC is the villagers cannot really do anything because they're constantly under fire. I'm not going too much on the chat, so hello Surlope, saw your comment, very nice of you. One time you're saying something nice, I did recognize But I want to keep casting here, because I also am going to make this as a YouTube video, so this way maybe Mr. U Thermal is going to see it. And maybe it helps him a little bit to get better in this game, because he's really a fast player, of course, as being a former pro. But there's, of course, lack of knowledge. It's quite normal. But I think if he does not have this lack of knowledge anymore when it's the time, then he will be such an incredibly good player. And based on what I see from him on the SC2 videos, which I enjoy a lot, it could be so entertaining to see him here on the ladder and yeah, doing some weird U-thermal stuff. So, okay, he's already very aggressive. We have fletching, that's really good, but he should keep being aggressive. And if you put them on stand grounds, and if you have to manage something in the eco, you can just micro them a little bit, then put them somewhere. They will just stay, they will not go below the TC, and then you can manage something at home and then go on. Yeah. And for a perfect double arch replay, you need exactly 7 on gold. Because you definitely... Oh, that's what I mean. That should not happen. Oh, the opponent is reacting now with an archery range. We have 37 to 31 eco, and that's where the danger comes in. Eco is so important in Age of Empires, much more important than StarCraft. And of course in StarCraft it's even important. He stopped producing archers, interestingly. Don't know why exactly. Also the resources do not look good, because with 10 on wood and 7 on gold, this is made for producing archers out of 2 archery ranges. If you don't want to keep producing archers out of the archery range, then take some off of wood, build farms with the wood, take them off of gold, build farms. You need to get the food in as soon as possible. You need to go to Castle Age as soon as possible. The humans do such a heavy invest in fuel age that they will takes much longer for them to reach Castle Age, and then you win the game with the early Castle Age timing. Castle Age timing is so important in Age of Empires as well. Yeah. It's quite funny. I see now, this is like the... I don't know if you can count it for Romans, but basically I see the 4th game of him, and they always see a special strategy. First, Tower Rush Teutons. Then, yeah, Romans, 5-man-at-arms with defense, which counts double for Romans, only for Romans. That's nice. That's really nice picks. Yeah, and then 3rd match, fast castle into Conquistador, and now 4th match, double TC humans. So, yeah, no, there is a lot of variety in Age of Empires. Every Age of Empires player knows, but I think people who are not so used to Age of Empires games, they always think it's all the same. They all have archers, they all have skirmishers, but yeah, there are big differences. So, what do we see? So, 43 versus 38 villagers, and Uthermal really focused on going into Castle Age, is now building archers again. He could have produced archers while doing all the rest as well. So I would say, even from a former StarCraft 2 professional, I would expect that he's able to manage both. Of course, with using hotkeys, of course. Yeah. Houses. Let's see if he's getting used to use all the buildings as a wall. I mean, that's even a StarCraft thing, so it's Age of Empire thing as well. In this case, maybe not so important. He's with the archers at home. Yeah, probably scared of the skirms, but still would be a bit better to be more aggressive here. That's a little bit too passive, but he's gathering a huge squad. But this is 49 to 38 villages, and we have resources collected. It's really not so far away from each other. That's kind of interesting, but it will change if this situation goes on. That's a massive. 12 extra villagers, that's massive, and we will probably see double archery range, but I cannot believe that one singular slice of bread is going to use archers. It looks like he's really going for cav archers, or cavalry archers. Yeah, let's see. Mark Definitely now with 14 archers. Not a bad squad. Could have been double already. Vodkin comes in. That's good. 8 of gold. He has a lot on food. So playing archers does not need a lot of food. So the new villagers should all go on stone and on wood. That's what he basically needs. And typical for a double archery play is in Castle Age. You send a villager forward and you drop a siege workshop and start to push with mangonels. Or let's say with siege, one mangonel always for sure, and then maybe a ram. Would even go for scorpions, but I mean, as long as you have the archers, you don't really need scorpions. So he's going forward now. That's really good. And crossbow is in 18 crossbows. 54 villagers against 41, and we do have stables. Okay, interesting. One single size of that forgot to get the stables. And that's more like the standard. What you see from humans, double TC, building up a huge eco in feudal age, and when you go into castle age, you're going to push with a ton of knights. With this eco, you can produce so many knights. And this is often unstoppable, especially for crossbows, unstoppable. Yeah, nice walling from, let's call him Singular. Nice walling from Singular, and the production starts. 2 knights already in. The upgrade's not really good yet. And also 2 knights from Mark. Also now upgrades on the knights. Knights are very weak without upgrades. But maybe it serves the purpose of being the meat shield for the crossbows. So the worst thing that can happen is that Singular is diving the crossbows with about, let's say, 2/3 of the numbers of knights. So if you have, let's say, 15 crossbows and he's diving with 10 knights, the 10 knights will make the crossbows disappear. Yeah. But we also have Skirmisher here on a Singular. So yeah, let's see what happens next. Okay, so more army from Mark. Yeah, siege is so important, especially if opponent is fully walled and really playing so defensive. You can try to get in with the knights, and the knights can get in here. That's really good here. So overchop here on the wood line, and now the opponent is in panic. Sends now for knights. Okay, he's going for Eutherman's knights. So the knights can have a lot of value here. We already have eco kills already 20. I did not see that the crossbows did so much damage, but they did. So now the knights are fighting against knights. Would be good to pick like 1 or 2 more villagers. It's so much value then. So we have now 50 to 51. Sheesh, English today. Yeah, only for this one, because we are casting Mark TS, formerly known as Euthermal, the former StarCraft 2 champion, I think even, but definitely a StarCraft 2 pro. And he's trying his luck a little bit on Age of Empires, which is for me so exciting because I watch all his StarCraft 2 videos, I love it. And I really want to cast this game, upload on YouTube so you can see it, and yeah, maybe you can learn a little bit from it. And he's doing an awesome job here against the humans. Of course, the opponent does not play like perfect. You should never lose so many villagers just because crossbows are staying here. But this is really good, and together with the knights, he might even be able to win against the knights. But these knights have +2 in def, and that's a big deal. That's a big deal. Also, 2 def now for Mark. That's good. We call this a second def armor on knights. We call it the Holy Diver upgrade. Oh, the opponent wants to get it done here with the Palisade Geld. And now it's getting interesting. Oh, we need some nice shots here. The archer crossbows doing massive damage, but need to be careful that they that the elite skirmishers don't connect with them too well. So he needs to go back. He needs to go back. The skirmishers will completely wreck him. But he's going to fight, taking out the knights. Now his knights cannot take out the skirmisher. Needs to be careful with the crossbow. Crossbow going into after the eco. Perfect play here from Uthermal. Really great. Well done. The skirms disappear. Crossbow still active. Still doing damage. Holy Diver upgrade is paying off. It's called Holy Diver because you can dive under the TC. You don't get so much damage. It's a huge difference if you have 1 death on it or 2 death. Now the cross was up below the TC. That's not good, but the opponent gives up here. GG to Mark. The first win I see from him. I think he got so many losses, but this one he managed very, very well. Well done. Great push. I was really scared that he's going to lose all the crossbows against the elite skirms, but he didn't. He managed to fight his way through, used a little bit the hill advantage, used his micro skills, and picked out the knights with the crossbows. His knights were connecting with e-skirms. So very well done from Mr. Mark. Awesome. Great to see. So again, playing against very special strat. But yeah, as I said in the beginning, double archery opening is really a good strat to deny the opponent from really booming away. There were things that he could do better, but of course, Mark is beginner at Age of Empires, so not everything can be perfect. But yeah, well done. Nice win. Very great. So I have a third match even from him. So let me also get this one. And this one he played like 2 hours ago. So really fresh. I'm really excited. I don't know who won. I just saw that he played it like 2 hours ago. So let's jump in game number 3. We have in blue the opponent here on Arabia with the Huns. It's Benji. Huns are being Huns, dangerous civilization, very aggressive. But our hero in red this time with, again, the Vietnamese. It's marked, yes, alias Uthermal. Yeah, let's have a look a little bit on the map generation. We have quite a nice map in some regards for Mark. So, yeah, he has the wood lines towards the opponent. Unfortunately, too, I hope when he's going to have the lumber camp that he's doing it here and not at the front. But he can secure the front line pretty easy, can wall it off pretty easy. What is not so nice, it's stone on the front, but I think currently he doesn't really use the stone. So not a big deal. The goal is kind of open, but still it's more on the side than at the front. And the berries are in the back, they're pretty safe. That's looking okayish, I would say. They are better map generations, but also worse. Yeah, putting the lumber camp now at the front line. If you wall properly, then it's not a deal against scouts, but of course against archers can always be an issue. On the other side, we have Benji. Benji is, does use the wood line at the back, and Benji also has the 2 wood lines on the back. So it means he's very open at the front, and there is a dangerous hill for Benji. Yeah, plus 25% damage from hills. That counts for all civilizations, and that's definitely a dangerous position. But they are now, luckily for Benji, they are not really the main resources besides the hill. Yes, gold also pretty open, also sideboards, stone here also on the side, and yeah, it's not the nicest map generation. Yeah? The food is, the berries are in the back. That's good, but yeah, it's hard to wall, definitely for Benji. So there are also much better map generations, and what is really important, because Mark is going to play, pretty sure, double archery opening, and he can kind of easily tackle this gold spot. Second gold spot is here and here, so for Benji, gold can really become an issue. If Mark managed to push Benji off the gold here, Benji will have a tough time. Who's Uthermal SC? Uthermal, it's Mark TS. That's Uthermal. You're not asking who Uthermal is. You want to know who of these players is Uthermal, right? So yeah, Uthermal here with 2 Oh, no? Okay, Thermal is a former StarCraft 2 player from the Netherlands. I do not know this guy. Okay, he's a former StarCraft 2 player. He's creating great content on YouTube. I watch all his videos. I love it. And yeah, he's just trying Age of Empires recently a little bit. So I love to cast him. Yeah, this looks like a mistake that he built the house. Yeah, delete. Yeah, currently 3 on wood, like the standard. Yeah, unfortunately again 4 on berries. This makes it a little bit tough to get into click Feudal Age with, yeah, 19 wills. But last time he clicked with 20 wills, so if that's fine for him, then it's currently fine. He's still 1. Another house. He should start to avoid building the houses under the TC. Here you want to place the farms. You want to cut down the trees, and then when after you cut down the trees, you are able to put your fields here. And you want to use this space because that's tough to attack for the opponent. Because you can always garrison in, and then, yeah, then the army disappears. 20 pop. 320 pop. Now the drop off needs to come. Press A, Mark. I think he does not know. Oh, that looks like a drop off. two food is missing. Come on, do it again. Okay, 20 pop. He's getting better and better. Last time I saw, in his videos, I saw him like going up with 23 pop or 23 villager even. So 24 population or 25 population. That's of course a massive difference. But now he will be earlier in Feudal Age than last time. It feels like this is a game from today. The other games were from yesterday. So it feels like he did some research on it. So let's see. Double lumber camp makes sense, absolutely. 10 on wood, perfect. Now 3 on gold. Yeah, and 3 villagers left. 1 villager should build barracks right now. So that's always the deal. When after you click, you go with 3 on gold, you go with 10 on wood, and you start building already a house and a barracks. And after you are done, you should be almost there with Feudal Age, and then you can get the archery range down, because this is like maximum speed, and speed is so important to be on time. So now we see a barracks, and what is... Oh, the scout goes below the TC. You can go into this. He does not react. Some shots on the scout is really important. As soon as the opponent is Feudal Age, like now, a fully HP scout can take out 1 villager. This is why it's also a little bit dangerous to have 1 villager building somewhere quite alone. In this case, it's okay. There are more villagers nearby. 2 villagers can fight off a scout. That's fine. So, is he a pro or a noob? Yeah, he is a former StarCraft 2 pro, and he's still playing on very, very high level StarCraft 2. In Age of Empires, yeah, he's a noob. He's a noob. You see it's his Elo 1100, but of course he's fast. And I bet with you he can learn so fast that he can become a very good Age of Empires player very fast if he keeps playing. So let's see. 6 on gold. Need a 7th villager on gold. And yeah, enough on stone, that's fine. And now you can slowly start to farm around the PC. Blacksmith, unfortunately not here. Here would be a great position for a blacksmith, like on the corner from the stone. So you can use it as a wall, and you can then wall off here. He's walling in that direction. Could be better, could be worse. First archer, and it's also possible if you right click, you select the archery range, you right click on the archery range. It means that all the archers will stay inside the archery range. This way they are safe as long as you have such a low numbers on military and archers. So now opponent with the classic scout opening 4 scouts, trying to snack some villagers, and this can become dangerous. No, hop into the TC. You need to learn how to hop into the TC fast, without ringing the bell, of course. Now we see this is really dangerous. Really dangerous. He does not have any counter unit out, so the villagers need to fight here. 3-4 villagers fighting this scout off, and then the archers can fight here. These villagers need to drop into the TC, so the TC can fire. Then the scouts will immediately die. But this, okay, he fought back these scouts here. He will lose a lot of army. That's quite sad, because archer army is so important to mass. okay, at least he did not lose any villager, but another scout here for Benji. Ooh, Benji's going even for scale barding armor, and we don't have fletching yet. So these 3 archers need a lot of company, and they ideally need the fletching. We do have the blacksmiths, but not enough food for the upgrade. 1 spearman from the barracks would help a lot here, and wall of the gold. Just place some palisade walls here, and maybe 1 palisade wall here, so that they are inside this whole small area. Even you could wall off this wall here, make this close, and then the scouts cannot touch the villager and they can just keep mining. That would be an easy approach. So another 4 scouts. So Benji is really investing a lot in Feudal Age, and yeah, Mark need to continue producing archers. He has the magical 7 on gold and enough on wood. He's floating wood a lot. Does not need to do it. Oh, now he might be surprised a little bit. You can always, with some small palisade walls, wall this, so you know that you're fine. Fast reaction. No, not fast reaction. You wanted to see the fields. You need to delete the fields, ideally. That's 60 wood. That's 60 wood gone. And maybe another 60 wood. And a villager gone. Drop in. Go with these villagers into the TC. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. Just 1 villager cleared. And these archers are at the front. And they come right in time. They come right in time. And now he can show off with this great APM skills. Just 1 spear. Just 1 spear would make such a big difference here in the defending. So now it's going crazy, and I bet that he is much better in this multitasking than other players. So opponent did hop into the TC. The archers will try to find more value, and on the same side he's going to fight off the scouts more or less. There's just 2 scouts left, but 3 more scouts in production. So very aggressive build from Benji, investing, as I said, a lot here in Feudal Age. Both players are far away from Castle Age. Oh no, he's not going further. Why he's not going further? Hey, why he's going back? Could have found so much value here. Even when the tower goes up, if the archers stand below the tower, they can just fight the scout, they can fight the villagers. But okay, he's doing a lot of pressure, putting Benji into the defense, and now he's going back to the stone. As I mentioned earlier, stone is incredibly important here for the opponent. This is something, yeah, usually you can fight, but there's already defense on the scouts, but still he has to fight. He has no other option. Trying to pick out the low scouts, nicely done. He will not be able to get them all, but at least 1 more, and maybe damage the other one to 50%, something like that. It's not, keep them stay, that's okay. Just 3 more archers, and it's building another squad at the front. Looking at the resources, now we have more farms. That's pretty good. It's not walling at all. We need to wall a little bit more. Just use the palisade walls. They are so cheap and such a huge benefit. As I said, these buildings, if they would have been here, you could just wall this and have these buildings here. Here you could just wall with some palisades. Here you could towards the TC. Small walls on a wood maybe, just to keep the villagers safe. Just to such a small area. If the opponent is playing scouts, that's not a big invest. It's a very small invest, and it's so effective. Benji is adding another stable, floating also a lot of resources. So 3 stables. He does have 2 scouts, so now he's using the market to go up. We're floating still a lot of resources, so another market would also be really, really good for him. But Mark does have 8 villagers more. So very well done. Only killed 2 villagers, but the opponent was not producing out of the TC. Doing good enough. 6-minute idle TC, that's massive, but also 2 minutes 30. It's kind of massive for this Edo, still. Warum redet er Englisch mit jemandem mit deutschen Usernamen? Mark is also a Dutch name, but I cannot cast in Dutch. Ik mag een beetje Nederlands praten, maar ik mag niet casten in Dutch. Yeah, it's hopping into the TC finally. Please don't lose more villagers. These are the most important units you have. So, one squad is trying to fight off this low scout. These archers are trying to fight off this scout. It's not so worth it to fight it off now. You have your power spike of the double arch replay right when you arrived in Castle Age and when you get Botkin arrow, so the second offense upgrade, and when you make them crossbows instead of archers. This is your power spike. This is when you shine. This is when you want to be in the office, you want to be at the opponent base, and he's going to the opponent base. 18 archers. So probably soon 18 crossbows. One small thing, starting with 7 on gold to produce out of 2 archery ranges is exactly the correct thing. Ideally you want to go with the last minute villager that you produce before you click Castle Age. You want to put them on gold, so you have 8 villagers on gold to go up, because you need a little bit more gold for the upgrades. 17 on food is more than enough. Basically you could say it's too much for this build. You don't need it anymore. So let's see how things will develop. 21 archers, a crossbow. We are waiting for the crossbow upgrade, of course. And then we can start to attack the opponent. He has already 6 knights, 1 death upgrade on it. And the opponent goes with a defensive siege workshop and defensive mangonel. Yeah, very important tool against archers, but also usually for the double arch replay, a unit that you want to have for the push. And now we see it first time that I see this, a second town center here from Mr. U Thermal getting attacked here by the knights, but he does have the units at home to defend it and to fight back. So the Ritters go, the Ritters. So the knights go back, and even at 30C. I am, as I said, this is the first match from today. The other matches were from the other days, so he most likely did have a look on some information, let's say. So I think he learned a little bit. What is, of course, yeah, here on the goal, that's the spot is not bad. The only bad thing about the spot is this hill. So you definitely want to try to secure the hill, and the crossbows, you can keep them on the hill. Shooting downwards give 20%, I think 25% more damage, and they receive 25% less damage, so it's really a big deal. We see pikes and we see thumbwing, so the crossbows, except for the death upgrade, already very well. And now he's going for Fire Lancer. Ooh, scary Fire Lancer. Scry is within the mix. Mark is cooking something. He's really cooking. 3TC has 27 crossbows. Ideally, you want to make some damage. You want to make something happen to at least stress the opponent. But he's waiting for a much bigger army, looks like. But he's also, yeah, managing his eco. And we see the opponent only on 1TC. So that's a huge thing. 55 villagers against 35 villagers. Yeah, some people would call it already GG. But of course, I mean, it puts Mark into an excellent winning position. Just, he's not secured, he's not walled. So 4 or 5, we see now 1 scout doing damage, about 4 or 5 knights here under the TC, and then can all go down the drain. Now the crossbows go forward. The only thing we're missing here is ballistic. That would be really nice, and we are missing definitely some more economy upgrades. Now we see him kind of stop microing. Go stop micro. We have the mangonel. Very passive game from Benji. That's terrifying. 36 crossbows. Yeah, he need more on gold, and then ballistic, and then these crossbows are so dangerous they can win the game easily. Now he needs to be careful. Nice splits. I'm pretty sure he did not use like, yeah, He's kind of using it the same way he's using it at StarCraft, I'm pretty sure. And now the Ritters, the Knights going down. And he still has such a huge army. 41 against 3 army, 62 against 36 villagers. This must be a victory, no doubt about this. So far ahead here, also in points. Wow, that's strong from Benji here. That's really strong. That's going to be a GG here. Very well played. I am very sure that we see Mark very fast on more than 1,500 kilo. But let's see, the game is not officially over. The castle from Benji to defend against that. But Mark is already on 3 TCs and booming up like crazy. This is very optimistic. That's very optimistic, yeah. He doesn't need walls. He can just place a farm wherever he wants. Doesn't matter. Hey, Mickey. Hey, live to dir. Yeah, don't take the monastery. Go into the space once you you win a fight. Yeah, always when you win a fight, be offensive. Go into the base. Kill him! Kill him! Yeah. Benji does have some nice units against crossbows with the Tarkans from the castle, but he does not have any echo. And that's a GG. So, very well done to Mr. Mark TS, to Mr. Uthermal. Scary player on the ladder, that's for sure. He's more or less on the Elo where I play. I hope I'm going to play against him. I will not stand a chance, that's for sure. Only with some special strats. That would be so awesome. But yeah, great to see a former StarCraft 2 pro and my favorite content creator, a StarCraft 2 content creator on YouTube, to see him here on the ladder trying out Age of Empires 2. Yeah, very curious if we will keep playing it. I hope he's going to play StarCraft 2 as much as he did in the past, and he will add some Age of Empires games and maybe even some content because he could become such a good player. And it's great to see. It's fun. It's fun to see such a person on 1,100 Elo. Cool.